Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live session of Entrepreneurs Corner with your truly and my co-host here. We are excited for today's episode. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you're new here or watching our replay on the live or on the replay, I'm Domati Madu. I'm based in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. I work full time, but I also do this business part time because I want this to be my full time in the near future. Senator?
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning from. Happy Wednesday. And my name is Senator. I'm based in Ontario and I'm a full-time digital business owner. My previous past life, corporate, 30 years in finance, but now it's a different lifestyle here.
Yep, definitely. So, today we just want to share, about our recent training that we did. It was fun. I think it was a little different for me. But anyways, before I get into that, so we had like a week's training with Sam and Greg Hinds. They are social media marketing, like, content creation specialists, right? You want to know what's going on. If you're running business, if you're doing social media for fun, then that's fine. But with business and other stuff, it's nice to know these things because you get idea on how to run your business. But we had a week's training with both of them, and we decided, since it finished on Monday was the last day, and we thought, why not share a little bit of that on here today. It was very, I don't, even though I've been doing this for a while, I felt like everything that I did, it just felt so different. Like you're you're getting that information, but you're putting yourself into it. But I don't know how to put the words into it, but it was new to me in a good way. And I like how they structured everything. I did get overwhelmed at first because when they posted, when they put a lot all those information, on how to put it out there, I was like, oh my god, I need to slow down a bit. I put the iPad down and I went and I made a cup of coffee and then I came back. But it was really good information and I honestly enjoyed doing it. And the good part is that you can do so much from one day training, and it was a week's, right? You can get so much out of one day training alone. Senator, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, first of all, I really like to say thank you to Sam and Greg, and I'm grateful for sharing their expertise with us and giving us their time because they did give us their free time for 7 days. I did the paid version of their training for 3 months, and they are amazing. If you are the type of person like me, don't know, have no knowledge of social media, uh, content creation, what you post. I mean, we post, right? For the sake, it could be for the sake of posting, but we don't really have the depths of knowledge of the content, what we are sharing with our audience. Maybe I post about my webinar, I may post something, right? But learning from them how to grab attention of your audience, how to give what your audience want is huge. This 7 days challenge, I mean, we came out of our shell per se. I mean, both of us were shy coming out, doing live or doing reels, things like that. When you post, you are behind screen, right? Nobody see you, but putting yourself out there and telling a story or sharing your private life is a completely different thing. So we, you know, came out of the curtain while ago, but how we share our content, even with our live or with our reels, there's no right wrong doing it, but are we really giving values, right, to our audience? So that's what we learn within these 7 days. Trust me, as I say, I've done their paid one for 3 months, but this 7 days was different. I maybe I never pay attention when I did the other one. Uh, I got more follower, and the view of my views increase within these 7 days. So imagine if we keep going this way, so we will be no time expert, right? So it was really eye opener, and I'm very grateful for them to share their expertise and giving us their time, because it's time. They live in Australia, we live in, I mean, it's a global community, so even our time differences completely different from them, but just to share their wisdom and their expertise, it's really amazing, and very grateful. What have you learned from what you've done within the 7 days?
Well, before I get into that, we are talking about the post, right? And so because all social media platforms, they change, right? They change
Mhm.
how they view what you put out there. And
Mhm.
because we are business owners, we focus on these things. Like if you're doing social media for fun,
Mhm.
then you don't pay attention to this or whatnot. But business owners, people who are running any type of business and they post their business online, they follow these trends because social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you're on, they change their rules or their algorithm on how they show what you post. And also that's what we learned in the 7 days challenge. Now, prior to this challenge, it was like, you have to post like more than once a day. Now they're telling us, we don't want you to post, you can post 20 posts for the week and none of them are good quality. And if you just post three and they're good quality, then we'll show that three posts. So now it's quality over quantity,
Quantity, yeah.
right? So now you're learning all these things. Like we didn't know like deep down that's it. And you know what? Like recently, before I started this challenge, I noticed a change in my page because my engagement was dropping a little bit on my page, which was I've never had that, right? I've had like a really good engagement on my page, and it was dropped. But when we started this challenge, and she mentioned that, and they want like, this private conversation, they want more interaction, then I'm like, okay, like you, even though you're putting out good quality content, you have to do other things to show Facebook that, yeah, this is good content, this is the audience that, I wanted to reach. So the platforms are changing, and I'm so glad that we did this challenge because I learned so much. And yeah, my when I check my analytics in the background, like the thing keep going up. Like the reach is really high. Like you don't see the likes and whatever on the post, but if you go into the analytics and the statistic part, you will see how many people view that post and whatnot. And I was really really surprised to that. Back to your question, which one was my favorite day? I think all of them were my favorite day, but I did like day three because I did a post that show a really raw version of me, getting how I get myself set up when I go on camera, even if it's a live or recorded. So, and it was like, confidence doesn't comes force. That was the caption to it. And I think that was one of the days that I liked, because I'm like, I'm putting this piece of video, short piece of video out there, showing myself, like, doing deep breaths, and just looking into the camera and getting ready to do this live or video. So that was one. And the most nerve-wracking one was when we had to do the go live. Even though we do go lives all the time, it still gets me. I don't know why. I was so nervous. I was sitting in front of the camera, and I'm like, that's why I had that. That's why that video prior to me, getting ready to do that video, I posted, because that's how it is for me. You get nervous, but you do it anyway, right? That's how the confidence came in. But it was so funny, because we do lives every week. We do it weekly, and why I don't. I'm gonna go off a little bit topic. Why I don't do live? Because Facebook now deletes your lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after 30 days,
30 days, yeah.
so all our, like, these entrepreneurs corner, I think we should post the recordings back up. But after 30 days, those lives get deleted. So if I did something really educational, and I want that to stay there forever, like, that's why I think I do less live, but I think I'll do more lives now. I have to get back into doing lives. But yeah, it was so funny that day. I was so nervous, and I was sweating myself off to do that live. But yeah, all in all, the 7 days were really good. I really like how she gave us how to structure those posts, and it wasn't long long descriptions. It was just very short and to the point,
Yeah.
and it was not all about business. It was about us, sharing about us, and putting you into those posts. So yeah,
Mhm.
you go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One of, for me, my favorites. Also, what I learned, quality over quantity. Sometimes we think, posting 10 times a day will give us uh, a lot of viewer or a lot of engagement, which is not true, right? So that's one, and the other one is, for me, consistency, because sometimes we think we post today and then we don't post for a week, right? So learning about the algorithm, how it works, and consistency has something to do for the algorithm to go up and down. That's a biggest lesson for me, because we are not a social media person, right? We don't know. We think we post, and that's once a week or twice a week or whatever, that's good enough, right? But we, like, they highlight all this knowledge, moving forward, so we can be better. And the go live thing, uh before, for me, I worry about it too much, because I have to look this way, I have to look that way. But authenticity, that's what she said,
Don't You
authenticity
don't
is,
have to be perfect. She said, just do it, right?
yeah, just be yourself, be authentic, right? People more trust you when you are not polished, and oh, I did the go live, but I was just me, just me and my dog. Actually, my dog was in it.
Nice,
No
nice.
makeup, no nothing. Just say whatever I need to say. And, which is important, right? I mean, it's you showing yourself who you are. As a business owner, we say we are real people, right? So we have to show that in action, saying that we are when we say we are real people, we are not polished, we are not, you know, have a artificial thing on us, but this is what you get, right? What you see, what you get type of thing. So for me, that was very important, and I'm glad I did it. It was an amazing challenge. I would do it in a heartbeat again. It was a lot of fun.
Mm, definitely.
Sometimes you struggle how to, even though they, you know, they give you the content and stuff like that, but to make it yourself, you may struggle. But you know what? It's a lesson. It's really good. It's helping our business, and knowledge is a power. So, and I'm glad I did it.
And you know what was really nice too is that they didn't say you have. They said, you know what, we want you to do this. You don't have to be perfect. We just want you to do this and get into it of
Yeah,
being yourself and
yeah,
stepping into it. And I kind of, like that. You don't have to like do all this editing and make it perfect looking. Like sometimes perfect doesn't get it. Like
yeah,
um everything doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, sometimes you like to edit and make it look nice, but sometimes you just want to be authentic, right? Not too much editing, just be yourself. And that's what this challenge and this lesson that they were teaching us was about.
mhm,
Just be yourself. You don't have to be perfect. We just want you to, do this.
mhm,
And yeah, and like I said, each day you can do get so much out of one day
mhm,
that like I'm gonna go back to each day, and because they gave us so many options and scenarios to use that, but I chose the one that I really like those days, but I really like all the other ones that they put out
mhm,
there. And
mhm,
it
mhm.
was really great. And I learned a lot. And I even though I've been doing this for a while now, like you think you know a lot, but honestly you keep learning. Like,
Yeah.
you think we're doing this like weekly, and you say, yeah, I'm putting myself out there. But even with that, like when we did that, the 7 day, like I felt like I put myself more out there when I did that 7 days. So it's a big thing to realize, right? Like, but I think they posted a lot of other like bonus, like aside from what they were telling us to do on that 7 days. They post a lot of like bonus stuff for us to do, and which was nice. And like we said, we didn't. This was free. We didn't have to pay for it, and this is the amazing thing about our online business and our founders. They're so amazing that we got this for free because Sam Hinds and Greg Hinds, they are really big in the marketing, like social media content marketing. So to do this for free for us for 7 days was really really great, because if you have to pay for this, it's quite a bit, and it was really nice to have that done for us for 7 days. And we got more than 7 days worth of information, because they
Yeah.
gave a lot. It was a lot. But
Mhm.
anyways, we are truly, truly grateful for that, training that we had. And this is why we share it, guys. This is not only about, earning money. You also learn skills. You learn a lot. There's so much you learn when you do this business. And I guess with any other business, everybody learns how to run their business, and this is what we do. We get training. And our founders, they bring in a lot of new people to help us run our business, and a lot of this we get for free. We don't have to pay. Some of it we do pay, and it's not a lot of money we pay for that. And it's also optional. So we have so many options in this business, and I'm truly grateful. And I don't know, I got a feeling, like a really nice feeling from doing that 7 days lessons. But I don't know how to put it in to words, but I'm really grateful. But yeah, Senator, any last words for
Yeah. It boosts your confidence, you know, and give you that motivation. Um, because sometimes, like for me, when I was away last month and then came back, because where I was a bit disconnected because of where I was, uh, and then you just thrown off the bus when you got a couple of weeks or months away from your daily connection with your groups, with your partners. So coming back and doing this challenge brought me back and then give me my motivation, and I got that kick in the butt and boost, so which is kind of nice. But I like to highlight something for those people out there, because I get this question from my prospect as well. That's why I want to mention it. Uh, when we say online business, people assume you and your computer alone, but that's not true. So, and some people say, oh, I don't know anything how the internet thing works, how the Facebook works and stuff like that, because I have this question recently from my recent prospect. Uh, but this is a testament. So don't be afraid, because you are not alone. You have support. If not from your direct mentor, you have support from the group, from the community, from, like, for example, some in high are not even a part of our group. They are in different group, but we join and they come out and they give us this opportunity, this skill, this learning. So if you have that back in your head and afraid, to start a business, don't be, because you got support. You are not alone. The whole community support you. The whole community is teaching you. And then we have an amazing training like this, and our own training, and training from different groups. So there's always support, there's always learning new skills. So just if you have that back in your head, just keep in mind and listen to this video today, because we are learning every day. We are developing new skill. So you are not alone. And if you are watching us live, great. If you are watching the replay, if you have any question, just contact us, message us. We have, all kind of connection method, so you can connect with us. And thank you for listening, and have a blessed March day. New month, sunshine is out.
I know the cold weather is going away.
Yes.
I know. Hi Jacqueline. Thank you for watching.
Hi, Jacqueline.
Thank you. Have a good one. Okay, we will see you guys next week for another episode. Hope you enjoy this. This session was all about what we learned and how we can make ourselves, better and put out, quality content. And even though, like we said, we put out quality stuff, but we have to work with the algorithm too. So,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
thank you guys, and we'll see you next week for another episode. Take care.
Thank
And
you. Bye bye.
bye.
Bye bye.